Welcome to another video of Tyke. Today we will be discussing how HTTP headers can be extracted and turned into tags. This is useful as it allows you to receive and view additional information from the request for analytic purposes. As you can see, I am logged into my dashboard, which is where we can see aggregated analytics such as errors and the popular endpoints if we are tracking them. In the side nav bar, you can actually see that we could see the activity by API, the activity by the key, endpoint popularity, activity by location, errors, and log browser. So in the log browser, we will be able to see the request metadata, and we can also capture the entire request and the entire response. So why don't we go ahead and set up an API and we can see this information together. We're going to head over to the APIs section and we will go ahead and create a new API together. We click Add New API. We'll give this API a name and we'll go ahead and configure it. It's as easy as that. I'll show you the default log browser information, and then we can go ahead and show the entire request and response information as well. So we'll go ahead, we'll make this API completely keyless, and we'll save this information right there. So now I have an API created. It's as easy as that. I'll copy this URL, and in Postman, we can go ahead and pass in our URL. We'll send off a couple of requests. So we'll do 2, 3, 4. And if we head back over to our dashboard, in our dashboard, we can head over to log browser. You can see the status 200, and here we have some request information. Now, if I wanted to get the entire request and response, it's as easy as heading back over to APIs, going into my API, and just toggle this button right there. So now we have enabled detailed logging. We'll go ahead and update this. Now this is disabled by default because some requests might have sensitive data. You might not want that so easily accessible, and you might not want your analytics to consume so much space. So with that in mind, we are gonna copy our URL and we're gonna head over to Postman, where we'll be able to pass in our URL again and hit the endpoint a couple of times. I'll even try hitting the get endpoint. If we go back to our dashboard, we are going to be able to take a look at this information or this data in our log browser. So here we are. Let's head over to the log browser. And we have the entire request and the entire response. But since the point of this video is to show you how the HTTP headers can be extracted, we can do that together by going over to APIs, going back into our Hello World API. In the advanced options, we're going to scroll down and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do this on your own, and you're welcome to play around with it. So I went ahead and I'll pass this in. It's X request ID header. I'll add this and I'll update my API. Just like that. So if I head over to Postman now, you'll be able to pass this into the header over there. So here we are. Let's head over to headers. We'll pass in X request ID and we'll pass in a value. So Tyke123. And let's fire off some requests together. 1, 2, and 3. If we go back to our dashboard, we can go back into the log browser. You can see I just sent this off. So as you can see, our header was in fact injected as a tag, which will be super helpful if you are trying to figure out how your API is being consumed, or if you wanted to perhaps try filtering by a tag name to get additional information or additional analytics on your API. So definitely go ahead and give this a try. If you have any questions about Tyke products or anything that you saw today, you're welcome to head over to our website, and we actually have some trials available if you wanted to try and duplicate this on your own and see how this would be beneficial to your team. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.